Yes, students, good morning. This is Bhavani Shankar, and today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 8, and the name of the chapter is Composition and Structure of Atmosphere. The first thing that is you must know that what do you understand by atmosphere? What do you understand by atmosphere? What atmosphere mean? The atmosphere, that is mixture of gases, mixture of water vapor, dust particles, and it somewhat envelops the earth, which surrounds the earth. So we can say that atmosphere is a mixture of gases surrounds the earth or envelop the earth. You can see in this picture the earth and the envelopment of the atmosphere around the earth or surrounds the earth. So atmosphere is a mixture of different gases that surrounds the earth. What kind of gases? The gases are oxygen, CO2, argon, nitrogen. So these are some of the gases which are present in different composition or percentage in our atmosphere. Next thing, that is 99% of the Earth's atmosphere. 99% of the Earth's atmosphere here means that is the 99% of the constituents of the Earth's atmosphere. Constituents here, that is gases, water vapor, dust particles. So 99% of the constituents is up to the 32 kilometer of the from the Earth surface. Now there is one internal question in your chapter, that is, can you imagine what will happen to us in the absence of ozone in the atmosphere? What will happen to us? So what is the work of ozone? Ozone is O3 gas which is present in our atmosphere in the layer stratosphere. Ozone is somewhat absorbing or radiated back the ultraviolet radiations that are coming from the sun. So that is the work of ozone layer. So if ozone layer is not in our atmosphere, not present in our atmosphere, what will happen? That the UV rays that are coming from sun reach the earth's surface, and it affects the inhabitants of the earth, that is human being, and it causes skin cancer. There are several diseases which are associated with the UV radiation that are coming from the sun. The next thing, that is gases in the atmosphere. We discussed that atmosphere is the composition, or it is the mixture of different types of gases. So gases in the atmosphere, the highest composition of the gases or the constituent of gases that is present in our atmosphere is nitrogen. तो कभी भी क्वेश्चन आता है that which gas is present in the highest, third floor, which gas is present in the highest percentage in our atmosphere, and the answer is nitrogen. After nitrogen, the next important gas, that is oxygen. So next to the nitrogen, the highest proportion in the atmosphere is of oxygen, and after oxygen the next one, that is argon, then CO2, and several other gases like helium, xenon, krypton. Several other gases are there. Now let's talk about the presence of oxygen. So the total amount of oxygen, or the total percent of oxygen, is only available up to the height of 120 kilometer. If we go beyond 120 kilometer, then the oxygen is only present in a very negligible quantity. That's why जो भी हमारे यहाँ से एस्ट्रोनॉट्स जाते हैं, जो 120 किलोमीटर से ऊपर जाते हैं, they are using oxygen tank. उनको यूज करना पड़ता है for breathing or for respiration. Next thing, that is the presence of carbon dioxide and water vapor. We discussed that in atmosphere carbon dioxide is also present, water vapor is also present, dust particles are also present. So if I am talking about carbon dioxide and water vapor, now these are only present up to 90 kilometer from the surface of the earth. So the presence of carbon dioxide and water vapor confined to only 90 kilometers. So these are some of the points which are important from your objective for your objective type question. So ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप में डायरेक्टली आपसे किलोमीटर रिगार्डिंग पूछ लेंगे या फिर आपका गैसेस के रिगार्डिंग पूछ लेंगे दैट ऑक्सीजन इज प्रेजेंट अप टू डैश, तो आपको उसमें आंसर करना है कि कितना है, तो 120 किलोमीटर. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर वेपर इज ओनली प्रेजेंट अप टू ब्लैंक, देन इट्स 90 किलोमीटर डेफिनेटली. Now the next topic, that is composition of atmosphere. That atmosphere is composed of which particle? So here also the definition of atmosphere will work, that atmosphere is composed of different gases, and we discussed about some of the gases, that is nitrogen, oxygen, argon, CO2, carbon dioxide, ozone, xenon, krypton, helium, etc. So atmosphere is composed of gases. Now let's talk about some of the important gases or some of the characteristic feature of some gases. The first one, that is CO2. CO2, what is the work of CO2? That CO2 is a greenhouse gas. Why it is known as, or why it came under the category of greenhouse gas? The reason is because the CO2 somewhat transparent to the incoming solar radiation, but it is opaque to the outgoing terrestrial radiation. What is terrestrial radiation? The terrestrial radiation is the radiation which is from the earth. The radiation from the earth is known as terrestrial radiation. So CO2 somewhat stops that terrestrial radiation to go out of the atmosphere, but somewhat it transparent to the incoming solar radiation. So what will happen? It will increase, it is increasing the average temperature of the earth, leading in several global problems. The major one, that is global warming. The next important gas here, that is ozone, O3, and we already discussed the role of ozone in our atmosphere in that internal question we discussed. So the role of ozone layer is only to absorb and radiate back the UV rays that are coming from the sun. So this is all about the gases. Next one, that is water vapor. The presence of water, the presence of humidity in our atmosphere, that is water vapor. So water vapor confined to only 90 kilometers. We have to keep this in your mind. Next one, that is dust particle. In dust particle, there are sea salts, ash, pollen, dust. So these are some of the dust that are so fine that these are somewhat, the gravitational force यहाँ पे इतना ज़्यादा उन पे नहीं लगेगा, तो वो with the wind में, air में वो क्या रहेंगे, हमारे atmosphere के अंदर रहते हैं. So this is all about the dust particle. Now the next thing, that is structure of atmosphere. Sometimes students get confused regarding the composition of atmosphere and structure of atmosphere. वो क्या करते हैं, composition पूछते हैं, structure लिख देते हैं, structure पूछते हैं, composition लिख देते हैं. तो ये तो आपको अपना point clear करना होगा कि आप इसमें कोई मिस आंसर ना कर दें. आंसर पता भी होगा और आप गलत भी कर देंगे, दोनों आते हैं आपको, लेकिन आप क्या करेंगे, हेडिंग को सही नहीं पढ़ेंगे या फिर सही से जब आप लर्न करते हैं इसको, तो अगर सही से आपने नहीं देखा, इन दैट केस यू विल रॉन्ग द क्वेश्चन, तो उसको नहीं करना है. सो इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द एटमॉस्फेयर, देन इट इज ऑल अबाउट द लेयर्स ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर. If I am talking about the structure, if we are talking about the structure of atmosphere, then it's all about layers of atmosphere. So atmosphere is divided into different layers. We are going to discuss 5 layers of the atmosphere in this chapter. The first one, or the lowermost or the most important one, that is troposphere. The first one, that is troposphere. Next to the troposphere is stratosphere. The zone that is dividing troposphere from the stratosphere is known as tropopause. The next to the stratosphere is the mesosphere. The zone that is dividing or separating the mesosphere and stratosphere is stratopause. The next to the mesosphere is thermosphere, and thermosphere having one layer, that is ionosphere. And the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere, that is exosphere. So let's talk about the first or the lowermost layer of the Earth, that is troposphere. So if I'm talking about the troposphere, then troposphere, the average height of the troposphere is 13 kilometer. The height at the equator is more than the height at the poles, and average height is 13 kilometer. That is the first characteristic feature of troposphere. The next one, that is, as we move upward in the troposphere, the temperature is decreasing. जैसे जैसे हम एल्टीट्यूड पे चलते जाएंगे, टेम्परेचर हमारा क्या होता जाएगा, डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. This is the characteristic feature of troposphere. Next to it, that the thickness of troposphere is greater at the equator than the poles. तो poles में इसकी thickness जो है वो क्या है, कम, और equator पे इसकी thickness क्या है, ज्यादा. And average height I already discussed. If I am talking about the thickness of it or the presence of it at equator, then it is 18 kilometer. And if I am talking about the presence of it in the poles, then it is somewhat 8 kilometer near the poles. Nine. Then it is somewhat 8 kilometer over the poles. This layer contains most of the dust particles of the atmosphere. All the changes in the climate and weather phenomena, all the changes on the climate means temperature, precipitation, humidity, mostly confined to this layer of the atmosphere. And the decrease of temperature on this layer, that is 1 degree centigrade for every upward movement of 165 meter. That is all about troposphere. And if examiner will ask that which is the most important layer for the biological activity, then as this layer is the lowermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere, that's why all the biological activities are going on in this layer. So this layer is the most important for the biological activity. You can see in this picture the decrease of temperature in the troposphere. The temperature is decreasing as we move upward in the troposphere. Now the next layer, that is stratosphere. So stratosphere is the second lowest layer of the atmosphere. And students, there is one zone or the transition layer or the transition zone which is separating troposphere and stratosphere, and this layer or zone is known as tropopause. This layer is tropopause. Here the decrease in temperature with increasing height somewhat stop. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, लगभग stop हो जाता है. आप उस पिक्चर में भी देखेंगे तो आप देखेंगे पहले डिक्रीज हो रहा है, बट इन ट्रोपोस्फेयर में ट्रोपोपोज में क्या हो रहा है, वो एकदम से डिक्रीज जो है वो क्या हो जाता है, स्टॉप हो जाता है. देन जैसे ही स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर जो हमारी नेक्स्ट लेयर है वो स्टार्ट होगी, यहाँ पे अब इसका जस्ट जो है ऑपोजिट टू द ट्रोपोस्फेयर. In stratosphere, if one is moving upward, then the temperature is also decreasing with the increasing height. The temperature is decreasing टेम्परेचर इज इंक्रीजिंग विद द इंक्रीजिंग हाइट। ये आपका स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर के अंदर। ट्रोपोस्फेयर में तो क्या था, ट्रोपोस्फेयर के अंदर तो टेम्परेचर जो है जैसे हम हाइट पे ऊपर चल रहे वो धीरे धीरे डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है, जैसे 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस फॉर एवरी 165 मीटर। अब उसमें क्या हो रहा है हमारी नेक्स्ट लेयर के अंदर, नेक्स्ट लेयर के अंदर आप जब देखेंगे जैसे जैसे एल्टीट्यूड बढ़ रहा है वैसे वैसे टेम्परेचर भी इंक्रीज होता हुआ जा रहा है। यही आपका पिक्चर वो डिनोट कर रही है जो आपकी पिक्चर गिवन है। नेक्स्ट थिंग जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, दैट ओजोन लेयर इज प्रेजेंट इन दिस लेयर ऑफ द एटमोस्फेयर, दैट इज स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर। So stratosphere extend to 15 to 50 kilometer above Earth's surface, and ozone layer that is present in the stratosphere. So ozone layer, we already discussed about the work of ozone layer or the important features of the ozone layer. You also see in this picture that how ozone layer is somewhat radiating back the solar UV rays which are coming from the sun. Now the next one, that is mesosphere. So first thing, that is the stratosphere that is found in the tropopause and extends up to 50 किलोमीटर। अब नेक्स्ट वन जो आपका मेसोस्फीयर है, तो मेसोस्फीयर और स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर को सेपरेट करने वाला जोन जो है दैट इज स्ट्रेटोपॉज। द जोन विच इज सेपरेटिंग मेसोस्फीयर एंड स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर दैट इज स्ट्रेटोपॉज। और हेयर ऑल्सो वो जो इंक्रीज हो रहा था टेम्परेचर, जो इंक्रीजिंग एल्टीट्यूड के साथ, वो क्या हो जाएगा, स्टॉप हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, बिल्कुल एकदम स्टॉप। अब जो न्यू लेयर आएगी उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो अपना मूवमेंट चेंज करेगा। सो द नेक्स्ट लेयर दैट इज मेसोस्फीयर, एंड मेसोस्फीयर extends from the stratosphere to up to the height of 80 kilometer, and again in mesosphere the temperature feature is same to the troposphere, that if here the temperature is decreasing with increasing height or altitude। अब बिल्कुल इस पिक्चर को जब देखेंगे जो आपके बुक में गिवन है उसमें देखेंगे कि ट्रोपोस्फेयर के अंदर टेम्परेचर जैसे जैसे हाइट बढ़ रही है वैसे वैसे क्या हो रहा है, लोअर ट्रोपोपोज पे वो रुक जाता है, ये जो वेरिएशन आ रहा है वो बिल्कुल स्टॉप। और स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर में फिर क्या हो जाएगा, आपका टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होगा विद इंक्रीजिंग हाइट, फिर वापस स्ट्रेटोपोज पे स्टॉप, देन उसके बाद में मेसोस्फेयर के अंदर वापस वही ट्रोपोस्फेयर की तरह टेम्परेचर विद द इंक्रीजिंग हाइट will reduce, कम होता जाएगा, decreasing with increasing height। So this is mesosphere। Okay, now the next one, that is thermosphere, and the layer or the zone which is separating mesosphere from the thermosphere, that is mesopause। So mesopause is somewhat separating mesosphere from the थर्मोस्फीयर। तो आपसे पूछते हैं एग्जामिनर कि इसका एक्सटेंशन बताएं, तो एक्सटेंशन स्टार्ट होगा स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर से लेके अपर लिमिट ऑफ मेसोपोज तक कौन सी लेयर होगी, आपकी मेसोस्फीयर होगी। नाउ द नेक्स्ट लेयर दैट इज थर्मोस्फीयर, एंड देयर इज वन लेयर इज प्रेजेंट इन द थर्मोस्फीयर व्हिच इज नोन एज आयोनोस्फीयर। So the extension of thermosphere is from 80 kilometer to 400 kilometer, and there is one layer in the thermosphere which is known as ionosphere, that is electrically charged particle in the thermosphere। जितनी भी रेडियो वेव्स ट्रांसमिशन का वर्क होता है वो सारा का सारा आपका आयोनोस्फीयर में होता है। जितना भी रेडियो वेव ट्रांसमिशन का होता है, जो आपकी रेडियो वेव्स आएगी और वापस रिफ्लेक्ट बैक होके अर्थ सरफेस पे आएगी, that is all occurs in the ionosphere। यहां पे वापस सेम वही स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर के लिए जैसे the temperature is increasing with increasing height, तो टेम्परेचर वैसे वैसे इंक्रीज होगा जैसे जैसे आपकी हाइट इंक्रीज होती जा रही है। the next or the uppermost layer of the earth atmosphere, that is exosphere। exosphere is the uppermost layer of the earth, and we know very little about this layer। तो हमें इतना पता है कि अपर मोस्ट लेयर है और इतनी रिसर्च नहीं हुई है कि हम इसके ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा कोई रिसर्च नहीं है, तो हमें बहुत ज्यादा इस लेयर के बारे में कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है। और कंटेंट्स जो अब इस लेयर में होंगे, एज वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दैट 99% ऑफ द constituents of the earth's atmosphere is confined up to 32 किलोमीटर। now you can think कि यहाँ पे अपना एक्सोस्फेयर तक कंटेंट्स का क्या हो जाएगा, बिल्कुल ही थिन लेयर, बहुत ही थिन कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स होंगे। ओके, so this is all about the layers of the earth. Now you can see this picture. This picture is somewhat depicting that decrease or increase in temperature in the layer, or decrease or increase in the temperature with increasing height. You can see that in troposphere the temperature is decreasing with increasing height, then it stops in tropopause, then again it increasing with increasing height in stratosphere, then it stops in the tropopause, then again in mesosphere it is decreasing with increasing height, then again it stops in the mesopause, and then again it is increasing with increasing height in the thermosphere, and it is increasing then. So this is all about this chapter. The next thing, that is elements of the weather and climate. Elements of weather and climate. Elements of weather and climate means here that the factors which are somewhat related to the weather and climate. So students, first tell me what is the basic difference between weather and climate. What is weather? What is climate? So weather is when we are talking about the atmospheric condition at a point of time. We are talking about shorter period. We are talking about for a small area, that is weather. And if we are talking about the sum up of the average of the atmospheric condition over any large area for more than 30 years, then we are talking about climate. So this is the basic difference between weather and climate. The elements of weather and climate are temperature, pressure, wind, humidity, clouds, and precipitation. So these are the elements of weather and climate. So this is the exercise which is given in our book, NCERT exercise. You can see the first question, that which one of the following gases contributes the major portion of the atmosphere. तो सबसे ज्यादा किसका कंस्टिट्यूएंट है हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में, दैट इज नाइट्रोजन। तो नाइट्रोजन का कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट सबसे ज्यादा है, उसका प्रोपोर्शन सबसे ज्यादा एटमॉस्फेयर में। नेक्स्ट कौन आता है, देन ऑक्सीजन, देन आता है आर्गन, देन आता है CO2, और उसके बाद में बहुत सारी गैसेस। नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज एटमॉस्फेरिक लेयर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग. So as we already discussed that all the biological activities are occurring in the troposphere. So troposphere is the most important one for the human being because it is the lowermost layer of the earth atmosphere. Next one, that is sea salt, pollen ash, smoke, soot, fine soil. These are associated with. So we discussed about the composition of atmosphere, in which we discussed gases, dust particle, and water vapor. So these are the parts of dust particles. Okay. Now the next one, that is oxygen gas is in negligible quantity at the height of atmosphere, and the answer is 120 kilometers. Next one, that is which one of the following gases is transparent to incoming solar radiation and opaque to outgoing terrestrial radiation? And we already discussed, that is CO2, carbon dioxide, and that's why it is somewhat creating some global problems. And the example is global warming. So global warming, what global warming means? That is the increase in the average temperature of the earth. The next question you have to answer in 30 words, that what do you understand by atmosphere? We already discussed that atmosphere is the mixture of the gases. You have to write down the names of some of the gases or constituents. बिल्कुल rank wise लिखें. After that you have to write down that surrounds the earth or that envelops the earth. Next question, that is what are the elements of weather and climate? We discussed 6 elements of the weather and climate, that is temperature, humidity, precipitation, wind, pressure. So these are some of the elements of weather and climate you have to write down in your copy. Next one, that is describe the composition of atmosphere. Students, you will get the same question in 150 words also. So you have to write down this question in two format, that is in brief and in detail. तो ब्रीफ वाला जो होगा उसमें आप बिल्कुल एब्रीविएट करके उसको थोड़ा कम करके लिख दें, और जब एक्सप्लेनेशन में पूछे तो पूरा एक्सप्लेन करते हुए लिखे. तो यू विल गेट द सेम क्वेश्चन इन शॉर्ट एज वेल एज इन ऐसे टाइप क्वेश्चन. So what about the composition of atmosphere? That atmosphere is composed of gases, water vapor, and bilkul. Next one, that is why is troposphere the most important of all the layers of the atmosphere, and the reason is all the biological activity occurs in this layer. And also जो एटमॉस्फेयर का सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्ट करती है हमें, जो ह्यूमन बीइंग को जो लेयर सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्ट करती है, दैट इज आल्सो अफेक्ट करने वाली लेयर कौन सी है? ट्रोपोस्फेयर. Next one, that is you have to answer the question in 150 words. Describe the composition of atmosphere. You have to describe the composition of atmosphere in detail. जैसे मान लीजिए आपने गैसेस लिखा है, then you have to write down the role of CO2, ozone and all. जब आपने वाटर वेपर लिखा तो लिखना है कि that the presence of moisture or humidity in the air. अगर आपने नेक्स्ट वन में लिखा है जो आपका वाटर वेपर के बाद, that is the dust particle, you have to write down the sea salt, pollen, ash and the fine particles. You have to write down these. Next one, that is draw a suitable diagram of the for the atmosphere of the for the structure of atmosphere and label it and describe it. So in this you have to draw this diagram, because this diagram is somewhat explaining the arrangement of the layer first thing, and the variation in temperature of different layers. तो दो चीजें हमारी क्लियर होती है यहाँ पे. एक तो अरेंजमेंट कैसे है, लोअर मोस्ट से अपर मोस्ट जो चलेंगे तो अरेंजमेंट क्या है, सीरीज क्या है, एंड सेकंड थिंग कि आपका वेरिएशन कैसे आ रहा है. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, so this is all about this chapter. This chapter is completed, and